Now that the world is slowly returning to normal after suffering from the global health crisis, people who have been itching to travel can now do so. If you're one of those who are planning an itinerary to the land of the free, you're in for today's treat. You may be asking why. It's because we'll be sharing with you a list of the best places to visit when going to America, so just sit back and enjoy today's video. 12. New York. Starting today's list is none other than the Big Apple, New York City. NYC is famed for its rich cultural scene of abundance of activities, which puts most of its American counterparts to shame. Whether you spend your day pursuing the exhibits at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, seeing a musical on Broadway, or sampling the city's famous pizza, you're unlikely to be bored here. Retreat to picturesque Central Park or the artsy High Line when you need a break from the city's bustling streets and soaring buildings. 11. Miami. Next on the list, we have bright and sunny Miami. This South Florida city is also a hotspot of mixed cultures where you can admire its impressive art scene while also admiring its scenic ocean views. It's hard to believe that just a century ago, this vibrant Floridian city was blanketed in swampland. Given the outstanding art museums and burgeoning gastronomical scene, after developers rushed in, the area became one of the most popular tourist sites in the country, with one of the most stunning city skylines in the country. This small melting pot has protected multicultural districts like the well-known Little Havana as pockets for the survival of unique cultures. They generate an electric network, Miami, when they band together. Miami Beach, a barrier island to the east of the mainland, lives up to its reputation for bustling nightlife and lavish parties. 10. Washington, D.C. Continuing with the list, we have another spot you should visit, and it's none other than the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is currently humming with new vitality, changing itself an interesting, faster-paced East Coast holiday destination compared to when it was founded. Although the government remains the city's sun, the district also has several well-known institutions and interesting neighborhoods. D.C. has recently seen an influx of restaurants, cafes, boutiques, and nightclubs evolving into a thriving cultural center. 9. Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe, with its breathtakingly beautiful lake, is another must-see destination. Lake Tahoe has long been a popular vacation destination, attracting upwards of 2.7 million visitors each year. The high granite cliffsides and towering mountaintops, as well as the crystal-clear waters, bring visitors to Lake Tahoe, which has given the distinction of being one of the most beautiful bodies of water in the United States. Along the lake's north shore, you'll find high-end shopping and eating in the style of San Francisco, while the South Shore's Reno-style casinos offer opportunities to try your luck. 8. Aspen. Winter wonderland enthusiasts, we've got a suggestion for you. If you're looking for a world-renowned ski slopes, then we suggest you take a trip to Aspen for any snow-related activities. Few places can compete with Aspen in terms of winter wonderland status, with magnificent mountain chalets hugged by the rising Colorado Rockies. This scenic alpine hamlet seems like something out of a snow globe. Of course, skiing is a major attraction here, and there are 4 premier ski resorts nearby that cater to powder hunters of all abilities. It's also a terrific starting place for some of Colorado's top snowmobile adventures. It may be difficult to get to the slopes with all of the high-end shopping, fascinating museums, creative galleries, and entertaining festivals that Aspen has to offer. 7. Savannah. If you're dropping by somewhere in the South, then we suggest you go check out Savannah. It's a lot like Charleston, South Carolina, with its Spanish moss, Southern accents, and scary graveyards. However, this city, some 100 miles to the south, has a peculiar side. Students from Savannah College of Art and Design mingle with ghost hunters and preservationists, while Southern restaurants coexist with edgy cafes and restored theaters on city blocks. The eccentric characters in Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, a true crime narrative, say it all. Yes, quirkiness is the name of the game, but if that isn't your box of chocolates, as Tom Hanks famously put it in the Savannah shot, Forrest Gump, perhaps history or nightlife is. 6. Honolulu. When people think of Honolulu, they'd usually associate it with pristine beaches and stretches of nature, but through the years, this island paradise has improved over time. Oahu, more than any other Hawaiian island, combines cosmopolitan elegance with magnificent scenery. Honolulu, the state capital, exemplifies the island's metropolitan attraction. From the opulent Lolani Palace to the austere USS Arizona Memorial at the Pearl Harbor National Memorial, there are a plethora of cultural and historic attractions nearby. A skyline of high-rises and resorts contrasted with wide white sand beaches in the neighboring Waikiki district. Visit the North Shore for a taste of rural Hawaii. The most vivid blue seas and meandering treks can be found here. But those who aren't the only places on Oahu worth visiting. The island's top-notch restaurants, active cultural events, and crazy nightlife further establish it as a gathering place for Hawaiian culture. 5. Yellowstone. If you think America's first national park wouldn't be on today's list, then you're dead wrong. Of course, we'll also suggest you visit Yellowstone National Park, which is a sight to behold with approximately 900 miles of hiking trails and other activities to behold. Yellowstone's 2.2 million acres stretch from Wyoming's northwest tip of the border of Idaho and Montana, providing lots of undeveloped lands to explore. Make a day or two to visit Yellowstone Lake and Mammoth Hot Springs to take in the scenery. Save some time for the routes through lesser-known areas, such as the West Thumb Geyser Basin's Hot Springs and the Lewis River Channel and Dog Shed Loops. Save some time for the routes through lesser-known areas such as the West Thumb Geyser Basin's Hot Springs and Lewis River Channel and Dog Shed Loops untamed fauna. While the sheer amount of trails and wild watching options may appear overwhelming at first, keep in mind that you can always return. 4. Maui. Maui is another American island paradise worth visiting, where you may spend your days appreciating the landscape while cruising along the road to Hana, flying above the Hawaiian island in a helicopter, or relaxing on the black sands of Wainapanapa State Park. Maui isn't as vast as the Big Islands, nor is it as little as Lanai, nor is it as crowded as Oahu or as tranquil as Kauai, but it's just ideal for many Hawaii visitors, delivering a taste of just about everything the Aloha State has to offer, from amazing wildlife to fascinating history and culture. You may shimmy with professional hula dancers, golf along coastal fairways, zip down a zip line, snorkel with 5 distinct varieties of sea turtles, or simply relax on some of Hawaii's most famous beaches during your vacation. 3. Glacier National Park. Glacier National Park in Montana is another alternative for our nature lovers out there. The park is called after the glacier remnants that date back to the ice period. Because of its dazzling diversity of natural beauty, it is often referred to as the crown of the continent. Hikers will enjoy the park's diversity of paths, which range from the easy trail of the Cedars, which contains towering and gorgeous cedars, to the daunting Grinnell Glacier, which offers sweeping views. Furthermore, the park contains over 700 lakes, numerous waterfalls, and 2 mountain ranges scattered across more than 1 million acres, all of which provide habitat for a diversity of wildlife. It has a lot of history in addition to its stunning geological characteristics. The Going to the Sun Road, a magnificent 50-mile journey across the park that offers spectacular views and access to popular hiking trails, is a National Historic Landmark and an engineering marvel. 2. Grand Canyon. Sitting pretty at number 2 spot, we have the breathtaking and inspiring Grand Canyon National Park. This gigantic gap in northern Arizona is certainly a natural wonder, measuring over 277 river miles in length, up to 18 miles in breadth, and a mile deep. With the help of the Great Colorado River, this natural wonder has grown for 6 million years, and visitors from all over the world has visited this millennia to stare out over its red and orange splendor. The Grand Canyon Village and the well-known Bright Angel Trail are located on South Rim, which is particularly popular with sightseers and hikers. Head to the North Rim to get away from the throng, and its location to go if you want to go camping in the woods or go hiking in the mountains. 1. Yosemite. Topping today's list is none other than California's most popular destination that's home to the most wonderful natural landscapes, Yosemite. Yosemite National Park is roughly 1,200 square miles of pure wonder, with towering waterfalls, millennia-old sequoia trees, dramatic, intimidating cliff faces, and some of the country's most unusual rock formations. Anyone and everyone is welcome, with a lot of activities available in its vast vicinity, from trekking to camping or just calmly admiring Mother Nature. Despite its huge size, Yosemite's Valley's 8 square mile area hosts the majority of tourist activities. Half Dome and El Capitan two of the park's most iconic landmarks are located here, as they are good hiking trails through the natural wonders. Unfortunately, we've run out of time, so that wraps up today's video about the best places to visit when you're going to America. Have you decided where you'll be going based on the places we listed? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on before you go. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.